Hey y'all, welcome back to another top 10 video. Today we're going to be talking about my top 10 favorite Bratz dolls. Now, a few things with this. One, the normal disclaimer that this is just my opinion. You're absolutely allowed to disagree with me, but just please be kind if you disagree with me. Two, with my top 10 videos, I usually end up doing the inverse where I'll do a top 10 favorite and then a top 10 least favorite or a bottom 10 video. I'm not going to do that this time for a couple of reasons. One, I have already made 2 videos roasting the worst Bratz dolls. Most doll brands, I've only made 1 video like that, but since I've made 2 for the Bratz, I don't know, it just doesn't feel as interesting to me. And also, kind of the bigger reason is that no shade to Bratz fans out there, okay? People who are dedicated Bratz fans, but some of y'all are crazy. Those roasting videos did get some negative attention, and I fully understand that being someone on the internet, I'm opening myself up to negative attention, but the level was just so different and so wild. And I frankly just don't want to subject myself to that intentionally. If it ends up happening on a video and I didn't know it was going to happen, that's kind of just the risk of posting stuff online. And I get that. But I'm not going to make a video knowing that I'm probably going to get attacks on my personal appearance. You know what I mean? I'm not going to intentionally set myself up to have that happen to me. So not going to be making a bottom 10 video for the Bratz, just so you guys are aware. It's not that I'm forgetting. I'm straight up not making it. And then lastly, this one was hard. Okay. I don't consider myself, obviously I like Bratz. I have a few. I think that they're pretty cool. I don't consider myself a die-hard Bratz fan. You know, they're not the doll brand that comes to mind first when I think of my collecting. That would be Monster High. Rainbow High is also a big one for me. Those are the doll brands that I really resonate with as a collector. So while I like Bratz, I'm not a super fan, right? So I didn't think this would be so hard. But the number of Bratz dolls that I like and that also elicit the exact same amount of emotion in me is genuinely wild. I think I had 18 or so that I whittled it down to, that I was okay, these are the ones that I'm considering for my top 10. And 18 is already so many, right? That's already so many dolls to be thinking about. And then obviously I had to whittle that down even further to the top 10. And within the top 10, I genuinely think any of them at any time and day could be changed in place. I don't feel very strongly that the number 5 spot is the number 5 spot. You know, if you ask me 2 months from now, I probably would have a completely different ranking for this list. So just bear that in mind. I do feel I'm going to have some maybe slightly unpopular opinions regarding this. And that's fine. It's whatever. I frequently have unpopular opinions. But this especially was just so oddly difficult. There are so many Bratz that just were so good to me. Part of this might also be the fact that I usually don't let myself look at Bratz as in depth as I did for this video, because I know the secondhand prices are absolutely crazy. And so I don't want to like these dolls. New ones, that's fine. I don't want to like older Bratz dolls because I don't want to have to face the reality of I'm either never going to have this doll and now I know it exists, or I'm going to pay an arm and a leg to have this doll. So I haven't really looked into Bratz as much. So maybe that's also why this was harder, was I was discovering so many new ones. I don't know, but just a little extra disclaimer there that realistically the number 9 and the number 2, probably very similar feels for me, but I had to rank this somehow, so we just went with how I was feeling on the day that I did these rankings, which was 2 days ago now. I like to prep in advance. Anyway, this has been a very long intro. Sorry, I just kind of felt I needed to put some extra disclaimers for this one in there. But without further ado, let's go ahead and actually start talking about the topic of the video and start talking about my top 10 favorite Bratz dolls. So, of course, as with all of my other top 10 videos, we are going to start at number 10 and then work our way up to number 1 because it's definitely more fun that way. So coming in at number 10 is the Hollywood-style Chloe doll, specifically for this dress. I think it's a texture thing. The feel that this dress has to have with that beaded bottom has to be absolutely amazing. She came in at number 10, and I feel pretty confident with having her at number 10 because, the rest of her is fine. Her denim jacket is nice. Her hair and makeup are fine. There's nothing wrong with it, right? But the star of the show to me is definitely the dress. And realistically, that's the only part that I really feel strongly about at all. But I feel so strongly about it that she managed to make it into the top 10. I love the colors. First of all, I do think the colors are really pretty. The design is pretty. but I just feel like that would be so nice to run your hands through all of those little beads. Like, it just seems like an absolute joy to have in a collection. And so for that reason, I wanted to highlight her in the number 10 spot. Next up at number 9 is the Dynamite Megan doll, which, like, if I was making this list just off the top of my head and I hadn't gone through a database to like look through all of the dolls, I would have ranked her so high just because I feel like I think about this Bratz doll a lot. I don't know what it is, genuinely. I love her outfit. I like the like faux leather with that slight green tinge. Like, I like that it's not just straight up black. It's got like a little bit of a green tinge to it with the red hair is absolutely beautiful. Like, the entire Dynamite line I think was really cool. Megan is just my favorite, which is why she's on this list. And yeah, like, if I was just coming up with this off the top of my head with like Bratz dolls I knew existed, she would have been so high up. But through the course of actually working to make this video, I found so many other cool ones and like was reminded of so many other cool ones. So I love her. She had to come to number 9 because I had to assign numbers to these somehow. But like, this is such a fun doll to me. Number 8 for me is going to be the Formal Funk Sasha, which is funny because I don't think that I've ever thought of myself as being particularly into the Formal Funk dolls. But like, she's really cute on second glance, at least for me on second glance. Like, some of y'all probably knew from the get-go she was cute. I don't know why I just didn't realize that until now. But she really is so pretty. And I think what I like most about her is the fact that I like both of her outfits. Like, the other Formal Funk dolls, there's usually one outfit that I'm like, okay, yeah, that one's fine. But there's one outfit that I just don't like, period. Whereas with Sasha here, I genuinely think both of her outfits are so pretty. Like, the particular color of blue that they chose for her is so nice. She's got like the sort of two-piece like crop top and skirt, but it's, you know, reminiscent of a dress. I love the glitter. Obviously, I'm a sucker for glitter. And then the second outfit with the gold, where it's like kind of a similar vibe because it looks to me like it's two separate pieces, but it's got like the shorter skirt and the color and everything. It's just so cute. And the fact that she comes with a scarf and then like a, I'm losing the word. I truly don't have the word, but the accessories and everything she comes with, it's so cute, so well put together. I feel like both of the outfits are relatively simple, but they're so effective. They're so nice. And I just love this for her. So I absolutely had to include her on the list. Okay, number 7 brings into play what I was like saying in the intro about you could switch these up and it would still like be an accurate list at some point, because even just a couple of days later, I'm regretting putting this doll this low on the list. But like, I'm not going to switch up now. I'm going to stay true to what I said a couple days ago. This is the live in concert Sasha doll. I just love her. It helps that orange is my favorite color. So like the bright orange lips and the orange in her hair really, really is good. I also love the way it's paired with this specific color of green. I just don't think that it's a super common color combination, but it looks so good on her. And of course, most of her outfit is like white, so I think that helps temper the two very bright colors. It just looks so good. I love the cut of the pants. I also love the cut of her hair, like with the super choppy layers in it. It just looks really funky, really cool, really like visually interesting. She is so, so pretty. I think I said in a video previously, I think I did a video where it was like, oh, the Bratz lines that I think they should reproduce. And I'm pretty sure I mentioned live in concert. At the time, I was thinking mainly of Chloe, but like now I'm kind of thinking Sasha is like the hit for me. And spoiler alert, the Chloe isn't on this list. So like, obviously Sasha has gone up in my ranking. I just think this is a really, really fun look. And unless they do a reproduction, I know I will never own it, but like, I would love to own this doll. Number 6 is Wild. So this is, I want to say, Chloe from the third line of costume dolls that Bratz did. And she is stunning. Don't look up her price on eBay if you want to feel hope, because it's rough. She is so, so pretty though. I do feel like it's going to be contentious that I put some of the other dolls ahead of her that I did put ahead of her. But like, I don't know. There are certain aesthetics that I like. I also think that maybe her price made me like this doll less, because it was like, oh, you cannot feel that strongly about this doll because you are not going to own this one. But she is really, really beautiful. The extreme like platinum blonde hair, the like dress and everything, I think is really, really pretty. Obviously it's a costume. I want to say she's trying to like be referential to Marie Antoinette. Correct me if I'm wrong, because like I definitely could be. What I do think is holding her back is the socks and the shoes situation. Because of the way that Bratz feet are completely detachable, like the whole foot comes off, it does mean that they can never have like a true sock they always have to have either like a painted sock portion and then like a leg warmer, or in this case, a leg warmer without the painted sock portion. So she's just wearing like heels where you can see her skin, but then awkwardly she's got these leg warmers. And I really do think that it lessens the effect of the doll. Like I feel like it looks worse. It's kind of the only solution with the way that Bratz dolls, again, just inherently function. I don't always love the painted on sock look, but I honestly feel like that would have been better to paint like the skin tone part of her feet white in this case to match the socks, just because it looks a little jarring to me. That's the only thing I don't like about this doll. So maybe that also brought her down, was because I did have like that little nitpick critique. But overall, she really truly is amazing. Like the makeup and everything is awesome. I understand why people love her. I assume people love her because of the price secondhand, but like I could not pay that. But yeah, I still had to obviously mention her on the list. Coming in at number 5 is going to be the Style Stars Yasmin doll. She is just funky. She's just different and interesting, and I really love that. I said orange is my favorite color, 100% true. Yellow is a close second though. I love yellow. I just think it's such a pretty color. So obviously this Faery yellow doll is very good for me. I do think the hair was a wig, because I think she came also with a purple wig, if I'm not mistaken. Obviously, we're featuring the yellow one though, because I definitely think that it's like better for the overall look. I will say the little bit of like almost peplum at the hip does kind of date this doll to me. Like it kind of is of a particular era, and I'm not the biggest fan, but I love everything else about the dress, the colors and like the different panels and everything I think look really cool. The super, super tall shoes is great. And obviously that yellow hair and the way it's styled and everything, I just think this is a really fun, really different look. I like it a lot. There's just others that I like a little bit more. So she didn't get to go any higher than number 5. Before I get to number 4, apologies if you can hear any like sounds in the background. My dishwasher's running and I'm in the basement, so you can sometimes hear the water pump. I don't think it's usually noticeable, and I'm hoping it won't be this time, but like I can hear it really strongly today. So I'm just like preemptively apologizing, I guess, just in case you can't hear it. But anyway, coming in at number 4 is a doll that like probably shouldn't be ranked this high, but just I have a lot of good feelings about her. And that is the Bratz Treasures Chloe doll. I just genuinely love her, and a lot of this is nostalgia. When I was younger, I've said here before, I like had Barbies, plenty of Barbies. I had a few Bratz as well, but most of my Bratz were secondhand, so they were like incomplete or it was just clothing. I remember very distinctly one time at like a yard sale or something, my parents bought just like a big bag of secondhand loose Bratz clothing, and like none of it matched up. Sometimes there were feet that like I only had one of the feet of. So like that was my experience with Bratz for the most part, was I had like secondhand Bratz, which is chill. Like that's obviously fine. Like if you buy your doll secondhand, there's absolutely no judgment there. But I had this doll complete as a kid, which was very special to me because I didn't have a lot of Bratz complete as a kid. And so I think that that helped me love her so much when I was younger. I also do just think she's a really pretty doll. And so those effects combined have made me still really love her to this day. I would love if they did a reproduction of this doll. I also, like, this is one of the few Bratz dolls that I would genuinely consider getting secondhand. I won't consider most of them because, again, the secondhand Bratz market is just absolutely wild right now. But this is one that I think about. She's just so fun. I love the colors for her. I don't know, like, it's really relatively a simple outfit. Like, there's not that much going on. I just love it, and I can't really explain this one, but I hold fast that she deserves to be up, like, above the number 5 spot. So, number 4 for now. For spot number 3, we're actually going to be talking about a doll that I own, the first one for this video, and that is the Bratz Moalola Jade doll. Moalola? I think I said that wrong. Sorry, the Bratz Moalola Jade doll. I think I said Moalola. Yeah, Moalola. My bad there. But I just really, really do love this doll. The super long hair is so, so good. It's not like something that I always find myself drawn to. Like I've never been a huge hair play person. That's never been like the main focus of my doll collection. Even when I was younger, like that wasn't the biggest deal ever to me. But it's just so long that it's reaching the point of ridiculousness. I mean, if you don't account for the huge platform shoes, it's longer than she is tall. And I just love that. It's so fun. It's also very, very soft, very nice quality hair. So I love to like run my fingers through it. I mean, I'm doing it right now. Also, the doll herself, I just think is cute. She has heterochromia and a really cute little like gap in her teeth, which I think is super fun. The outfit is adorable. Everything about her is so cool and so fun. And I do think that she is ranked a little bit more highly because I do own her. And so I have like a physical experience with her. And we're going to touch on that again in a minute here with another doll. So one of my top two places is also a doll that I own. But I think that that helps, is like having her in my hands makes me like her more. So I can understand if some people are like, I cannot believe you ranked this doll higher than this doll or whatever. I get it. But just because most of these dolls I've never owned, I feel like she just feels a little bit more special to me because I can hold her in my hands and enjoy her and like actually have that tactile experience. Whereas the other ones, I'm just like, ooh, that's a pretty picture. But yeah, had to highlight my girl Jade here. I love this doll. Coming in at spot number 2 is going to be the Flashback Fever Fiona doll. Wow. I genuinely never knew that I liked this doll until I saw like this photo of her, and I was immediately smitten. Quite frankly, like her second outfit, it's not that it's bad. Like I'm not like saying that it's an ugly outfit. I just don't think it's as good as the first one, like the one on the left. What? It's so cool. The different, like the striping on her jeans with the different materials, I think looks so nice. Bratz dolls, I mean, obviously they were like introduced in the early 2000s, so like the low-rise jean is very much a thing, but I do just feel like their sculpt pulls off low-rise jeans very well. It just looks so cool, and the sleeves on that shirt are to die for. I feel like I've been talking a lot lately about how much I love a good dramatic sleeve, and by golly, this is a good dramatic sleeve. I would love to have a shirt like this in like a different colorway to kind of match my style more. But for a doll, I would, oh my gosh, I would love to own this doll. She is so pretty. Even the makeup and everything. I don't know what it is. Like I genuinely don't know why she has captured my heart so thoroughly. And again, like if I had made this ranking a couple months ago, this doll wouldn't have even been on my radar. Like I wouldn't have even thought about her. But for some reason I saw her and now I can't stop thinking about her. So she had to be up real high on the list today. And that brings us to the number 1 spot, which is another doll that I own. And I do think that this is going to be controversial. And I understand why. Again, much like the Moalola Jade, if there are other dolls on this list that you like more, that you're like, I cannot believe you ranked that lower, I get it. Like, I really, truly do. I just have a lot of strong feelings for this doll, and it's the Cult Gaia Chloe. I don't have her in her bucket hat right now because I just haven't gotten that far. Like, the doll room is still very much a mess from moving, just because I have been prioritizing like my kitchen, my living room, my bedroom, that sort of thing first, because those are like everyday live things and things that I share with my husband. So like I want him to also feel good in the house. So the doll room is nowhere near complete. So I just haven't unpacked her full outfit. But she has a bucket hat that I think is really cute, which is crazy because I don't even like bucket hats normally. Her hair is so soft. The curls are so beautiful. Like I washed her hair because she had gel in her when she first like came to me. Why did I say it like that? When I first ordered her, she had gel in her hair. I literally just washed it and this is how the curls turned out. Like, I didn't have to redo this. These are just absolutely beautiful. She's got amazing, like, real dangly earrings. I am a fiend for this style of butterfly top. Like, they're so beautiful to me. I don't know why. I mean, I like butterflies. Coincidentally wearing a butterfly dress today. That actually was not on purpose, but it fits very well. Any doll that has this sort of top, I am obsessed with. I also love the cargo pants, the material, like they're very silky. I like a good cargo pant. I don't feel like they look the best on me, which is sad. But like for other people, I love a good cargo pant. I love the gradient and everything. Like the shoes are fine. I think my thing with this doll is again, I own her. Like I can touch her and like dress her and pose her and have this tactile experience. And I think that inherently is always going to make me like a doll more because more and more I'm realizing that I am a very tactile person and I like dolls better when I can have them in my hands. So there is that bias, but I also just like all of her pieces. I feel like with most dolls in general, this is not exclusive to Bratz, but most dolls in general, there's at least a piece that I'm like, that's kind of whatever. I mean, okay, Monster High is kind of the exception because I feel like lately they have been going off with dolls that I just love. But going through this with the Bratz and everything, usually on a doll, there's something that I'm just not a fan of. Like number 2, the Flashback Fiona. I didn't really care for the second outfit. I love the first outfit, but the second outfit doesn't do anything for me. Whereas with this doll, I love each piece that she comes with individually. And then when you bring them all together, It's just absolutely amazing. She also came with this super cool like second outfit. I don't really like the top of the second outfit, but like the skirt is like a metallic skirt that's like little metal beads. I don't know how to describe it. I'll have in the cards my very old review of this doll so you can see what I mean if like you're not familiar with it. But that's also super cool. So like the fact that I like so many things that she comes with also really bumped her up to the #1 spot because that's just not something that I always feel. And like I said, Monster High is kind of the exception. I feel like in general, I just love Monster High. But I am a little bit more critical with Bratz. And for her to be a doll that I genuinely love so much of is kind of a little bit rare. And so I feel like that boosts her up. I don't know. I'm really just trying to justify this. Point is this is my opinion and my list. And for me, in this current moment, this is my #1 Bratz doll, which is great because I'm glad to say that my #1 is a doll that I own and that I can like look at and enjoy every single day. But yes, guys, that is going to be it for today's video. I feel like I was talking for a while with some of those, so sorry if I was just like rambling, but I get a little bit excitable sometimes, and sometimes that's kind of fun. Definitely let me know in the comments what you think of all these dolls, or if there are other dolls that would be in your top 10 that I didn't mention. There are so many that I had to exclude that was like hurtful to have to exclude. Like the whole Pretty and Punk line, I think is really cool. I also was very attached to Rock Angels, like, but I just couldn't put them in this list because I only have 10 spots. And so this is where we ended up today. So definitely let me know your favorite Bratz in the comments down below. But I hope you were able to enjoy the video. I hope you have a lovely rest of your day or your night or whatever it might be. And I will catch you all in the next one. Bye, guys.